Hey guys, let's get more news from Dallas Cowboys, but first don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. CeeDee Lamb, I'm the top receiver in the game. Dallas Cowboys star sets NFL record, throttles New York Giants. Receiver CeeDee Lamb made history in Week 10, leading the Dallas Cowboys to a 49-10 win over the NFC East rival New York Giants. And when we say he made a statement, we mean what he did, and what he said after he did it. I'm the top receiver in this game, Lamb said. And it's no question about it. If there is, I'll see you all again next week. Lamb is first player in the NFL Super Bowl era to record double-digit catches and at least 150 yards in 3 straight games. Value on his contract extension is climbing. In Dallas' dominant 49-17 victory over New York, Lamb hauled in 11 passes for 151 yards and a touchdown. That marked his third consecutive game with 150-plus receiving yards, setting a franchise record. Lamb also set an NFL record with 3 games in a row with at least 10 catches and at least 150 receiving yards. Lamb previously had 12 catches for 158 yards in a 43-20 win over the Los Angeles Rams in Week 8, and 11 catches for 191 yards in a losing effort against the Philadelphia Eagles last Sunday. Tyreek Hill of the Miami Dolphins, 1,076 yards, and A.J. Brown of the Eagles entered the day as the 2 leading receivers in terms of yardage this season, but neither had the chance to add on to their totals because both teams are on the bye in Week 10. Lamb wasn't able to catch either, but he's gaining on the 2 as he now has 975 receiving yards this season. Dallas had their bye in Week 7, so Lamb has now played as many games as Hill and Brown. For the time being, Lamb is now third in the NFL in receiving yards, leapfrogging Puka Nacua of the Rams, 827 yards, and Stefon Diggs of the Buffalo Bills, 834 yards. Nacua and the Rams are on the bye in Week 10, while Diggs and the Bills will host the Denver Broncos on Monday Night Football tomorrow. Never say never, but it's going to be difficult for Lamb to pass both Brown and Hill in the Offensive Player of the Year race, and that assumes that the award will go to a receiver. But there are 3 first-team All-Pro receivers selected each year, and Lamb has a chance to become the first Cowboys wideout to grab the honor since Dez Bryant in 2014. Said Lamb about his confidence in his status, "If there is any question, I'll see you all again next week." Brian Daboll commits huge blunder on first play of game against Cowboys. The New York Giants wasted absolutely no time in getting the circus rolling on Sunday. On the first offensive play of his team's Week 10 matchup against the Dallas Cowboys, Giants head coach Brian Daboll committed an enormous blunder. Cowboys receiver Brandon Cooks pulled in a short 4-yard pass to begin Dallas' drive, and the ball came loose at the very end with Cooks already on the ground. Cooks was clearly down before the football came out, yet still the Giants challenged the play. The optics of it were actually even worse for Daboll. Dan Duggan of The Athletic noted that Daboll threw the challenge flag, and then picked it up when it became clear that Cooks had not fumbled. Referees have to proceed with the review once the challenge flag is thrown though, so the challenge went through, and the Giants lost a timeout from it. Fortunately for Daboll, he got bailed out by his defense as the Giants came up with a big stop on 4th and goal to prevent the ensuing Dallas drive from netting any points. But for a 2-7 Giants team that has been making mistakes left and right all year, Daboll tripping over his own feet on the very first play of the game was all too on brand. Dallas Cowboys could be intriguing suitors for Michael Pittman Jr. There is one potential option that could be intriguing, and that is impending Indianapolis Colts wide receiver Michael Pittman Jr. A Dallas Cowboys reporter called suggested that Pittman could be a fit for the Dallas Cowboys. The change would certainly make sense. First, let's be clear that one move won't make everything perfect. However, adding a talent like Pittman would be a huge step in the right direction to turn around the offense. During the 2023 season with the Colts, Pittman caught 58 passes for 593 yards and 3 touchdowns. He increased those numbers despite Anthony Richardson suffering a season-ending shoulder injury. Indianapolis has been relatively limited in what it can do in the passing game, with Gardner Minshew leading the way. Pittman would immediately fill the Patriots' number 1 wide receiver role. That being said, it would be even more ideal to add Pittman as a number 2 option and add another piece in front of him on the depth chart. Doing this is much easier said than done. At just 26 years old, Pittman would not only be a pickup in the present, but the Dallas Cowboys could also build around him in the long term. It would be reasonable to offer him a 4-year contract in free agency. Expect to see the Dallas Cowboys look aggressive in the offseason. Michael Pittman Jr. is an American football wide receiver for the Indianapolis Colts of the National Football League, NFL. He played college football at USC, where he was named a consensus second-team All-American as a senior, and was selected by the Colts in the second round of the 2020 NFL Draft. Pittman grew up in Southern California and attended Valencia High School as a freshman and Oaks Christian School in Westlake Village, California, for his sophomore, junior, and senior year. As a senior, he caught 81 passes for 1,990 yards and 24 touchdowns and was named first-team All-America by Parade and Max Preps and participated in the All-American Bowl. In the final game of his high school career, Pittman caught 16 passes for 354 yards and 5 touchdowns. Rated a 4-star recruit, Pittman initially committed to play college football for the UCLA Bruins. He reopened his recruitment in the summer of 2015 and ultimately committed to play at the University of Southern California over Oregon. Pittman enrolled at USC in the spring of 2016 after graduating from Oaks Christian a semester early. As a true freshman, he caught 6 passes for 82 yards on offense while returning 2 punts for 63 yards, 4 kickoffs for 31 yards, blocking punt and forcing a fumble on special teams. In his sophomore season, he had 23 receptions for 404 yards and 2 touchdowns with a punt returned for a touchdown and a blocked punt on special teams. Pittman was named the Pac-12 Conference Special Teams Player of the Week for Week 12 after returning a punt 72 yards for a touchdown against UCLA and was named first-team All-Conference as a special teamer. As junior, Pittman was named Honorable Mention All-Pac-12 Conference after posting 41 receptions for 758 yards with 6 touchdowns. Following the end of the season, Pittman considered foregoing his final season of eligibility to enter the 2019 NFL Draft but opted to return for his senior year after receiving a third-round grade from the NFL Draft Advisory Board. Pittman caught 10 passes for 232 yards, 5th most in a game in USC history, and a touchdown in a 30-23 win over 10th-ranked Utah on September 20, 2019. 7. Pittman finished the season with 101 receptions for 1,275 yards and 11 touchdowns and was named first-team All-Pac-12 and a consensus second-team All-America selection. He was also a finalist for the Fred Biletnikoff Award and won the Pop Warner Award, given to the college senior with the biggest impact on and off the field. And you fan, what do you think of the Michael Pittman Jr. situation? Leave your opinion in the comments.